Egunon, guztioi.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this annual Bizkaia company event that we're celebrating now with you for the 12th time. Wonderful. It's wonderful to be here. It's a fantastic place. This year, we're meeting earlier than in the 2 previous years, mainly because we believe it's high time we all came together again. And because every time we come together, we know new opportunities are created. And bringing people together is vital to turning those opportunities into reality. But, ladies and gentlemen, in order for any opportunity, any project, any initiative, any company to really succeed, as you know, and I know that you all there because there are many of you here who have your own companies, in order for it to succeed, we need different ingredients. But the key ingredient in any recipe is always soul, which we call arima in the Basque language. Soul, essence, awareness, intelligence. Soul, we call it arima.
Tenemos instintos, sentimientos, emociones, pensamientos y decisiones libres, ingredientes indispensables, a nuestro parecer, para avanzar en cualquiera que sea el proyecto que tengamos entre manos. No podemos empezar este evento, por lo tanto, sin la participación de este alma, el alma de Bizkaia, la conciencia, la voluntad y la esencia que nos acompaña en todos los pasos que damos en el territorio. Egunon.
Good morning, Bizkaia.
Egunon, Jon.
Good morning, Jon. Good morning, everyone.
Contigo, Jon. Pero tengo que decirte que el alma de Bizkaia siempre ha estado presente en este evento. El alma es la identidad que nos hace ser lo que somos. Y la identidad la forman toda y cada una de las personas que nos acompañan año tras año en este evento. Personas emprendedoras, startups, pymes, corporaciones y las personas que representan a las administraciones que prestan su apoyo a todas estas entidades. Yo estoy en cada una de estas personas. La identidad de Bizkaia está en cada una de estas personas. Y por tanto, el presente y futuro de Bizkaia.
And the present of Bizkaia.
True, that's true, arima. The present and the future of our land are in our hands. And the consequences of our decisions and actions will have a major impact on what happens in our beloved Bizkaia. But let's be clear. Only a territory with institutions and individuals committed not only to individual achievements, but also to the positive impacts they may have in their environment will succeed in consolidating a more sustainable economic model. And this economic model will be based on the networks built to promote social justice, economic growth, and interinstitutional collaboration. I think there can be no doubt about it. So, after having shared this thought, I would say that if anyone has anything to say about the present and future of Bizkaia, then that person is none other than the President of the Bizkaia Provincial Council. And this year, once again, he's made space in his very busy agenda to be here today. Mr. Unai Rementeria, the floor is yours.
Egunon, Bizkaia.
Good morning, Bizkaia. Good morning, Jon. Thank you very much, Amaya, the Mayor of Baracaldo, and different representatives. Thank you to all of you who are here today. It's fantastic. It's wonderful to see so many faces here. Thank you very, very much for coming. And this is the 12th time we have been celebrating the Bizkaia company event. And it's a wonderful excuse to come together, to listen to each other. And as you know, this is the last time that I will be here as the President of the Provincial Council. So it's a privilege and a very special moment for me as well. In Bizkaia, we have many, many very important, very good, very meaningful projects, and it's a wonderful time for us to come together to see all these projects. Now, I know we always talk about working together to become more competitive, to become better, and there are so many things that we need to do in order to do that. It's great that we know the theory. We all know the theory, and theory is fairly easy. But at the same time, what we also have to do, and we see this at the Provincial Council, is that we don't need to just talk about things. We need to do things, and we need to attach value to things that are done well. And this is what we're here to do. So we're moving from words to action, and that's what we're doing today. So I'd just like to make the most of this opportunity to say thank you very, very much to all the members of our Department of Economic Promotion for everything that they do. They are working very, very hard every single day, and it makes me very, very proud. And I'd like to express that. And I would like particularly to mention Ainara Basurto. I'd like to thank her for all her work, all her efforts. Thank you very much indeed to you and to all your team. And I'd also like to thank all of you who have come here today.
And I want to share with you all my gratefulness, because you are the real gear of this territory. You have listened this very, very often, but we don't usually say it. I say this very honestly, very sincerely, as an ally, because I really feel that we need to be this necessary collaboration, but we also need to have this capacity, and you need to feel us next to you, and we need to give this support to make from Bizkaia a better territory with better cohesion, with more opportunities. I usually say that our model doesn't allow another alternative, because our economic system and all our tax system and all well-being depends on the good health of our industrial fabric, and it depends on all of you. If the situation is good for companies, the situation is good for us, for Bizkaia, and also for the Basque Country. Public services, subsidies, all the social system, education, all of these depends on the tax and the companies, taxes you pay, work you create. This makes all this possible. And this is why we need to demand the responsibility to the people that handle the public taxes and public money, and have a long-term vision, because we are here not for doing any test. The 2 years we are doing this event, we have experienced a pandemic, a war, but today I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about the past. I would like to talk about the future, because the Bizkaia we want to build from this point, because we are playing a global place, and we have to face differences and the concurrency, the global concurrency. And we need to attract talent, investments, to lead these big transformations. And Bizkaia is a part of this game, and we compete with other regions for a leader position in all the large transformations. And we need to have a place, we need to find this place. All that has to do with the sustainability, with the green energies, the future mobility, a new care model according to the demographic, and the future for industry, innovation, technology, and all of them have to go together. And we need to use our strength, our own strength and our own potential in the industrial terms, and because being in Bizkaia, we need to use this strength, but none of them are going to be enough if we are not brave enough. We need to be brave in all the areas and take the decisions that enable us to be closer to this future. Bizkaia needs to be this model, an attractive territory, living lab, and territory that attracts talent to make this transformation possible, territory connected to the world with infrastructure, technology, and it's essential with what I have said before, with the participation of the public entities. And talent, also understanding talent in a wide sense with the best professional profiles for the industry and all the services in general. Territories and companies that better get ready with this will better prepare for this future. And this organization has taken the best steps for this deal, attracting talent. We have made this with the industries and all the entities and the project, and also money for this goal. The goal is to reduce the gap between profiles, and this is a matter that we cannot talk about in a long term. This is very urgent, and there are some measures and tax incentives to help companies to attract this talent. And we have also some programs and scholarships to certify these professional profiles. I only can tell you that we need to move forward together to face these challenges, and therefore is vital the participation of all the industrial fabric, because these professionals are the people that are going to draw the future of our region, and they are going to handle these uncertainties of the future.
Aurrera ekin lana daukagu.
So let's move together. We've got a lot of work ahead of us, and let's give Bizkaia our all. Thank you very much indeed.
Eskerrik asko.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. President of the Provincial Council. Thank you very much for being here with us today, and thank you for all your work over the past years.
Y hay algo que refleja el resultado de trabajar con.
If there is something that reflects the result of working with ARIMA, these are the results of these companies we want to recognize at this event.
That's right, because they are initiatives that have been carried out with intelligence, essence, and awareness, strengthening each company's personality while never forgetting for one moment its relationship with and influence on its local environment.
On Bizkaia de este año
The awards, the On Bizkaia Awards of this year, they want to recognize the work and initiatives of 6 companies, and the categories are the following. The On Bizkaia Award to the best initiative of a startup creation. On Bizkaia Award to the best innovation and growth, best project to internationalization, best project to digital transition, and best project to green transition. And the last one, the best trajectory of a startup.
Una de estas 6 iniciativas.
It's one of these 6 initiatives are an example of the effort of the effort that the people that conform this organization, and that they have achieved to differentiate their values, and that they make that Bizkaia will be recognized as an own territory with solid services.
Say
6 companies, 6 outstanding projects, 6 awards. So let's get going with the On Bizkaia 23 award ceremony.
el proyecto contará con un breve
Each project will have a short video that, and Unai Rementeria, the General Deputy, will be with us. Ainara Basurko, Promotion Deputy, General Director of Beaz, Mayores of Baracaldo, Amaya del Campo, President of SEBEC, Carolina López Toledo, and the General Director of Bilbao Exhibition Center, Xavier Basáñez. We are going to call the people and the authorities to give the awards on the stage.
Intzuk dira.
Perfect. Let's find out who the winners are. Let's go with the first one. The On Bizkaia Prize for the creation of the best innovative company goes to Trisum Nescum. Video, please.
Lo del premio se lo van a decir ellas siempre.
Vale, hago el vídeo.
Este lo vas a poner.
Trisum Nexum is a digital art studio focused on the technology and creativity. We don't change the architecture, but we transform the experience of visitors. For us, interactivity is the key factor on all of our projects, so we intend to achieve that people not only visit the experience, but also feel immersed in all digital worlds. This is why we consider technology as a way to get the experience, and so we connect people with their ecosystem through different digital experiences. Now technology is everywhere. This is why we are working in 5 continents and in 100 countries. This leads us to be working in very different environments as theme parks, cathedrals, cultural centers and business centers. Technology can be used in very diverse environments.
En los próximos años nos gustaría.
Next years, we would like to be considered as the largest generator of virtual experiences worldwide.
Miquel González, CEO de la empresa.
Y nos acompaña en la entrega.
Ainara Basurko is with us and receives the award, the representative of Miquel González as the representative of Trisum Nexum.
Trisum Nexum taldearen.
Right, here we have Miquel is there on behalf of the Trisum Nescum team, along with Ainara Basurko. A warm round of applause for both of them, please.
Zorionak, eh?
Congratulations. Congratulations, Miquel and the rest of the team. Okay, now let's go on with the second prize, the second award. So the On Bizkaia Award for Innovation and Growth goes to Kide S. Coop. Video, please.
Prize for Best Innovation and Growth Project. Kide is a company with a long history. It was founded in 1975, and we currently offer our customers a comprehensive offer of refrigeration products and services, both in the national and international markets. We have a clear export vocation. Kide is a company established in Bizkaia aimed at creating jobs and wealth in its surrounding environment. Since it was created, its goal has been to include innovation in all our processes and products. By transforming all of our departments, we have managed to improve Kide's competitiveness. The main pillars of the project have been the following. First, the unification of the 3 production plants and the construction of a new building. The implementation of new production layouts has allowed us to optimize our processes in the different departments. We've also improved our value-added proposition, becoming an integral supplier for our clients. A single plant would produce and ship all of our products. Likewise, we have renewed and automated our machinery and facilities. The second axis has been including innovation in our products. In collaboration with our suppliers and thanks to machinery, automation and the research carried out together with technology centers, we've been able to market a panel with a BS1DO certificate, and we have developed a wide range of refrigeration equipment with their corresponding eco-design certificates. All these with the purpose of competing and consolidating ourselves in very demanding markets such as Europe and America. Regarding investment, we've invested more than 7 million euros in this project, which has allowed us to increase our turnover by more than 20%. We've created more than 34 permanent jobs throughout this project, and we hope to continue creating more in the future.
Recibe el premio en representación de Kide
Mario López.
Y nos acompaña la...
Unai Goitia is with us and receives the award
Applause.
in representation of Kide.
Hortxe va Mario López.
Mario López, General Director of Kide, and Olatz Goitia, our General Director.
Eskerrik asko, Mario.
Thank you very much, Mario. Thank you for being here today. And next, we're going to take things easy. Feel at home. Let's now move on to the next award. The On Bizkaia Prize for Best Internationalization Project goes to Becca Graphic. A warm round of applause for them. Video, please.
Aquí me va a mí, ¿no?
Award for Best Internationalization Project. Becca Graphic is a company located in Berango. It was created in 1954. Our main offices and warehouses, laboratory and factory are all located there. And we also have offices and warehouses in Madrid, Barcelona and Lisbon.
En Becca Graphic lo que hacemos es
In Becca Graphic, we formulate and produce chemical products for press, for graphic arts, offset press for magazines, catalogs, books, and also for flexographic press, where we produce cardboard packaging or plastic packaging. To make all of this, besides inks, we need other products, and these are the products we produce in Becca Graphic. The core of Becca Graphic is our lab and the team of chemists. In this lab, we develop our recipes, research, and create recipes to produce all our products. Because of the kind of products we have, which are mainly liquids, we can transport them, and now we are exporting 40% of all total turnover, and 50% goes to France. We make this using 2 ways, with a marketing person in France, and with a company that helps us finding potential clients. They contact them, and then we establish a relationship with the client. Among our main challenges for the future, we have 2. One is to produce other products as washing, liquid washing or antioxidant. And the second one is to keep on working on our internationalization expansion because we would like to work with other continents like the US, America, and Asia. Receives the award Aitor Begolain and Ruben Navas. And Xavier Basáñez, General Director of Bilbao Exhibition Center, is with us.
Hortxe ba, Beka Grafik.
Congratulations to the team at Beka Grafik. Thank you. Let's now move on to the next award. The On Bizkaia Award for Best Digital Transition Project goes to Bizkaia Marin. Video, please.
Award for Best Digital Transition Project. The Bizkaia Marine Group is a family-owned company. It has been involved in steel processing for 250 years. Today, it's dedicated to the manufacture of connectors and chains. These chains and connectors form mooring lines, and these mooring lines are used for anchoring oil platforms and renewable energy devices.
Ainguratzeko erabiltzen dira.
Este proyecto comienza.
This project began in 2019 with the goal of enhancing the customer experience by bringing them closer to our production centers. When we started the project, we realized that this was not only valid for our external clients, but also for our own plants. So we've used it with clients with a very good feedback. Internally, we're using it to connect with our production plant in China. So with this innovation, we contribute to sustainability by reducing the carbon footprint, sustainability, and cost effectiveness. Bizkaia Marine Remote is a digital platform that enables real-time access to all our facilities. So this tool enables us to provide suppliers, technicians, and clients of Bizkaia a virtual collaboration. VM Remote has augmented reality that enables us to capture and label videos, and it has AI traits such as natural language processing and simultaneous translation in different languages. This tool can be used in all devices, computers, tablets, or augmented reality glasses. It's prepared to be adapted in very low service environments that guarantee their use no matter what they are. 2023 will be the year of consolidation of this technique. We will continue working on it and expanding the use cases. This tool enables Bizkaia Marine to move forward in digitalization, which is one of its strategic lines. To represent Bizkaia Marine, we have Juan Ignacio Bizkaia Tejada, CEO of the company, and Carolina Pérez Toledo Sebec, President, is accompanying us to present the award.
There we have them, Juan Ignacio de la Tejada. A warm round of applause for him. Thank you. Congratulations.
On Bizkaia.
And now, the On Bizkaia Award for Best Green Transition Project goes to Onduline. Video, please.
Onduline és líder mundial.
Onduline is world leader in the manufacturing and supply of lightweight solutions for roofing. In Bizkaia, we have two productive centers, one in Gallarta, where we make the fiber bituminous corrugated plates, and another one in Vitoria, where we make wooden sandwich panels. We have the SIATA system, which is a complete isolation system for roofs. We prioritize safety, environment, and industrial efficiency. The installation of a new thermal oxidizer was key to us, as well as the renewal of the one we already had. We've also updated the software that manages both oxidizers. This is one of the best available technologies. Given the particularities of our process, we create tech specs introducing new points aiming at improving the VOCs and the unit reliability. We are focused on constructive elements which are more resistant to corrosions at high temperatures. And this enables a better flow and a higher time for gases in the oxidation chamber. We use this technology to reduce VOCs. These systems can recover up to 94% of the heat. This reduces the use of energy and the costs of the company. We separate currents and gases, and with this, we improve the durability of the installation. We reduce our emissions below the limits, and with that, we've obtained two collateral benefits. Safety for employees who are less exposed to fumes, and we've improved energy efficiency. Our mission is to develop projects and our processes and products that enable us to continue evolving by respecting our environment and that of our clients. To represent Ondulina, we have Federico Saiz, Industrial Manager of Ondulina, and Amaya del Campo, Mayoress of Baracaldo, is here to present the award. Thank you.
Federico Saiz.
Federico Saiz, representative from Ondulina, and Amaya del Campo, Mayor of Baracaldo.
So we will finish with the first round of recognition with the Bizkaia Award for a recently created business.
The Bizkaia Award for Best Trajectory goes to Biolan. Video, please.
Award for the best trajectory of a startup.
Biolan
was created in 2009. It's located in Zamudio, here in the Bizkaia Technology Park. And right from the very beginning, our aim has been to offer a new solution in the field of sensors and diagnostics for the food industry. Innovation and internationalization have always been the two most important factors in our company policy.
There are 90 of us here. 60 of us work here in Zamudio. We are a multidisciplinary young team which is constantly growing, and 70% of the staff is made up by women. All our products have been developed by us and validated by OAC, which is the international reference for analysis solutions in terms of food safety. If we add to that the connectivity to our platform of all our biosensors, we have Biolan as a benchmark in the industry. All our production is done in-house. We don't depend on third parties, and we follow the lean manufacturing strategy.
In 2014, we identified an opportunity for tools developed by Biolan to be used in the health sector. Thus, Biolan Health was born with the aim of developing a new solution to improve in vitro diagnostics. This includes tests to diagnose hypolactasia, an antigen and serological test related to the COVID-19 virus. Turnover has grown by an average of 30% over the last 6 years, up to a total of 95%, all based on repeat sales. This has allowed us to invest heavily in infrastructure and facilities.
We want to build our future on new technologies that enable us to develop disruptive systems in the field of digitalization, eco-design, advanced health economy, and silver economy. Asier Albizu, General Manager of Biolan, receives the award, and the General Provincial Minister of Bizkaia Renteria is here to present the award with us.
There they are. Asier Albizu, representative of Biolan and the President of the Provincial Council, Unai Rementeria. Congratulations. Thank you very much. And now I will ask you to come back on stage to take a picture with all the award winners and authorities. So please, I would like to ask you now to join me up on the stage so that we can take a picture of all of you. Thank you.
Con esa foto de familia.
So we're going to take this group picture, including the 6 prize winners for the On Bizkaia Awards 2023, prize winners and representatives from our authorities who have presented these 6 On Bizkaia Award. Now I would kindly ask you to break this silence with a strong round of applause. Thank you.
Hortxe ba, euren irribarreak.
There they are.
Eskerrik asko,
So thank you very much. Thank you for your hard work and your wonderful work. So after this award-giving ceremony, we will present the central theme of today's Bizkaia Enpresa event, From Bizkaia to the World and From the World to Bizkaia. Over the next few minutes, we'll talk about the concept of region or global territory and about the impact that working with different international networks may have on the economy of Bizkaia. This is the topic today. Yes, Jon. We will talk about the benefits of working with different territories or regions, as well as about the role played by different stakeholders or initiatives in the system and the impact they may have on it.
Yes, Arima. La economía está viviendo una...
Economy is living now an interesting paradox regarding the concept of globalization that we have heard of until now. So while companies are being born and grow more and more, gearing their offer towards international, transnational markets, the value of the local ecosystem is gaining more and more importance and criticality. Local communities are gaining more and more importance, whether it is because of specialization, concentration of talent and businesses, the collaboration mechanisms, and the institutional support of those regions. We can observe new international networks that are built to bridge the gaps between these regional or national realities. We are now more aware that economic models have changed. The old core versus periphery model, where new products and technologies only emerged in advanced economies, and peripheral economies, where the ones in charge of manufacturing, has been substituted by flows that are bidirectional. Countries and regions have realized that collaborating with other regions through networks or other mechanisms brings along new knowledge and experience. It is the origin and the source for identifying new business opportunities.
And to talk about all this, we've organized a panel debate with representatives from different international organizations. But first, and in order to understand how Bizkaia can contribute to relationships or networks between different regions, we would like to show you a very short video. Video, please.
Bizkaia, an appealing region to collaborate on economic growth and competitiveness. Bizkaia is the largest of the 3 historical territories of the Basque Country, and Bilbao the main city of the Bay of Biscay, in the center of the European Atlantic axis. It has the most important international airport in the north of Spain and the largest Atlantic port in southern Europe. The territory is an intermediate point for internationalization, an economic corridor opportunity between America and Europe. Bizkaia has its own tax system, making this territory key for business, tourism and culture, with a great capacity for attracting talent, innovation and entrepreneurship. It has a large industrial capacity made up mainly by SMEs. It is also an industrial reference in the energy industry, positioned as an international knowledge center, as well as a leading producer in the ecosystem of mobility. We are one of the leading regions in Spain in R&D, where almost 50% of companies have already begun to systemize their innovative activity. 30.7% of the companies are open to collaborations, increasing that number to almost 45% for the innovative companies. The aim of these partnerships focus on new ideas, products, or opening new markets. In 2021, the enterprises from Biscay territory exported 330 million euros in high technological value products. Biscay has an extensive ecosystem of knowledge centers that makes it a dynamic and attractive territory for research, with an extensive network of innovation and talent and a huge public vocational training system. The Provincial Council supports 8 public-private startup incubation and acceleration facilities. It supports the creation and development of innovative companies in the region, helping them all along the way, from the creation moment to the acceleration and growth process. It has its own tax authority, and this autonomy allows to implement economic and tax measures to establish its own economic ecosystem with several advantages. This makes Biscay a top destination from a tax point of view, especially for R&D companies or TI projects, as well as highly qualified workers. This is an attractive territory for talent, being 8th in the world ranking in capacity to retain talent, complemented with a special tax regime that attracts highly qualified workers. This regime might be applied by highly qualified workers rendering services in Biscay in R&D activities for a period of 5 years, and involves being taxed under personal income tax, allowing a 30% exemption and other benefits. So, in short, what does the Biscay economic ecosystem offer you? It offers the best taxation regime, being leaders in innovation in Southern Europe, a unique public aid system, a renowned education system, committed and close public bodies, a powerful business environment and spirit, and last but not least, a remarkable quality of life.
Pues ahora sí, es el momento de seguir hablando.
So now is the time to talk about the opportunity that Bizkaia can offer as an international agent. For this round table, we have Lucia Chaverri, Cristóbal Alonso, Nina Rautiainen, Sebastián Tupi, Rubez Carrandi, Erisaid Kuturbay, and the facilitator of the panel will be our director, Olaitz Goitia, General Director of Beaz.
Warm round of applause for all members of the panel, please.
Mainguruko kide guztiak. Txeba, hartu lekua lasai.
Take a seat, please. And now we're going to be hearing from them in this panel. Thank you very much. Olatz, the floor is yours. Can you hear me all right? Yes?
You're with us. It's a pleasure.
Muchas gracias.
I will speak in English, but some of you, if you prefer in Spanish, it's no problem, okay? Okay. We have just seen in this video some headlines about our own point of view of the opportunity for collaboration with Bizkaia. But as I said, it's our own point of view. I would like to know what is your opinion about it. So John has introduced you, but Lucia Chaverri, representing Fundepos University and working in the strategy Nación Emprendedora Costa Rica, Cristóbal Alonso, representing Startup West Guys, one of the top international B2B startup accelerators here in Europe, Nina Rautiainen, representing the University of Jyväskylä in Finland, and also member of FIVAN, Finnish Business Angels Network. Sebastian Tupi, representing Latitude 59, one of the main entrepreneurship, innovation and investment events in the Northern Europe. Ruben Carrandi, representing the EVN. Beaz is member of the EVN, and it's a public agency, the European Business and Innovation Center Network. And last but not least, I decided goodbye from BAT, Be Accelerator Tower. So thank you so much. As said, some headlines in this video. An own tax authority, a huge industrial capacity, a very near administration to work with, and a strategical point between LATAM and Europe, with some specific questions that could be interesting, not only the language, but also the European culture. A lot of things. But what do you think about that? Is that real, so real, or how can we work in this area? Let's start. Lucia, for example, what do you think? How can Bizkaia start collaborating with Costa Rica? You are now identifying this interesting strategy, but how can we work together?
Bueno, hemos identificado a Bizkaia como un...
Well, we have identified Bizkaia as a very interesting location for us. Maybe you don't know, we are the third most innovative country in Latin America. And we are among the 30 most innovative countries in the world. And besides, we share with you ecosystem with a lot of startups, with support in startups. But I think we can find in Bizkaia an internationalization for our startups, and I really think all what is said in the video is true, is something I have checked during my visits here, and we can be a balance, a complement in the internationalization you mean, because our country is recognized in a worldwide level for sustainability and the generation of green energies, the support for startups that work in sustainable processes and that have an important social impact. We want to be a gate for Latin America with one of the most stable democracies that exist in Latin America and with very similar conditions in the quality of the people. And this is why we think we can be a support in the internationalization area. Well, I changed my language because it doesn't make sense that I speak in English. Two very important things. Keeping in mind the companies we have here, Costa Rica can be an entrance gate for our companies to a very similar culture and with some conditions and interest in technologies very close to the ones we want to promote. But also we can also be this host for the technological startups that can be interested in have some interactivity, not only with our companies, but also with European companies. There is something very important, and is this kind of soft landing for companies, and this is a very important point because we have been working on how we can promote that startups be in Bizkaia and stay here to be a location to develop in other European countries. We want to stay here. So you are very, very welcome. Costa Rica is one option, and yes, Latin America is a traditional ally for us. It's not something new, but Should I continue in English?
Guys, no es un acompañante desconocido para nosotros.
This is not a new company for us. In June of 2022, our Provincial Council, through our two entities, we made a deal, a contract with you to attract startups, and we have very clear. But I want to be your reasons. I think the startups, they need to.
But from our point of view, and it was interesting to look at the video, and Nordics and Baltics and Eastern Europe were never there. We have today Estonia, Finland, Spain, Estonia. But I think we shared a way to do business. We were even joking this morning about coming on time, and almost everybody's here half an hour before the event starts. I think we feel that professionalism, that way to do business, and I think that's very important, and that makes a big differentiation. The second one is the idea to be a challenger, that you are not in the capital, you are much in the periphery, and we share with those ecosystems that people might think they're too small. For people who always tell us you're too small, Estonia has 1.3 inhabitants and has 10 unicorns. So actually give a challenge to Bizkaia to have 10 unicorns in the next 10 years, because I think you have a lot of the things that are needed. But for very small ecosystems, I think to thrive, they need to be focused, and the focus on industrialization or industry 4.0, cybersecurity, mobility, energy. So I think you need to specialize in certain verticals. And when you have that other maybe smaller regions compared with capitals don't have, is you have very large companies. And these companies are actually very much willing to do business internationally and working with the startups. And I think that is a key differentiator. Because in most of the countries, if you're not in the capital, you don't have access to corporate. Here you do. And because the ecosystem is smaller, you actually have more proximity to them and better entry doors. We felt that most people is rather comfortable in English, at least for a Spanish ecosystem. And I think it's very important because we see it as a huge opportunity for Turkeys, Ukrainians, a lot of non-EU countries accessing Europe, not only Latin America, that feel very comfortable. And I think the ice on the cake is actually the tower. I think the tower has two very important missions that I think are very differentiating. One is that you don't need to bother where to have meetings, meaning everybody knows we meet there, right? So it's becoming an ecosystem, it's becoming a hub. When you get to a small place and you don't know anybody, it's where do I meet people, right? Now you know, you go to BAT, you meet the people. I think that's very important. And secondly, it's attractive. Every startup that comes here, and we have 14 different startups from 14 different countries right now in the program, they come to the tower and say, wow, so I want to stay here, right? And you cannot underestimate the first impression. And if you allow me, the last one is you guys, and I mean you guys for the public work. I've seen very few public estates work, public sectors working so much as a private company. And I think the way Beaz and all the different agencies address doing business is doing business. It's not politics. And I think that makes a huge difference for startups, who by definition, startups hate two things, corporates and politicians, right? So when you find two of those that actually want to do business quickly, with agility, I think that makes a very big difference and makes it attractive.
Thank you. Cristobal, we will have in one month, not more, a new acceleration program here in Bilbao with specialist in cybersecurity. Let's say all these companies, what will they have their opportunity to get? Which type of startup are going to stay with us here in this period?
Yeah, I think cybersecurity has gone from becoming a vertical to becoming a horizontal. Every industry, you were talking about digitalization. Well, you cannot digitalize if your data is unprotected. I just have one of my partners who almost went out of business because somebody actually took their ERP and basically asked for 3 million ransomware and said, you cannot operate because we right now lock your cloud and we encrypt it. 40 people company producing elevators. So in every industry here is actually at risk, right? So I think we're looking for how can we help a lot of the talent, a lot of the startups to go international. And I think cyber has a problem, which is it takes 4 to 5 years to have a real product. How do you survive on those 4 or 5 years? I think that's the work we want to do. We want to invest on them, but we want to make sure that you can actually have a way to survive until your product is commercially ready with selling MVP, pilots, et cetera, et cetera.
Interesting. Let's go, Nina. Good morning.
Good morning.
I firstly met Nina in November when she came to Bilbao because she was working with a corporate here. And nowadays we are discussing a new agreement to collaborate Bizkaia and Bizkaia. Nina can talk us about the strength of the university there in Bizkaia in some topic fields. But also you can talk about how investors can identify startups here in Bizkaia and give them the possibility to get equity and do the first steps or go around to their growth. Okay?
First of all, thank you, Olas, for inviting me. It's been a pleasure. I've had 2 days here already prior to this event, meeting with local ecosystem key players. I've met with the universities, incubators, accelerators, so basically matching the Nordic-Finnish ecosystem towards yours. And this is a great opportunity. I can already see there are so many things we can share. The innovation side is very familiar with us as well. In Finland, in general, we are aiming at 4% investment from the GDP. And that is a huge step for us. We are known for the technology, but now we want to boost up with the best players in Europe, and that's why I'm here. So I think business is about people, and it's fairly easy to say that it's been a pleasure to get to know your people. It's fairly easy to say that we can accomplish great things together because the mindset, the rima, as you're talking about, is sisu in Finnish. So we have like a connection there as well. Regarding some programs we can share, just as just mentioned on the cybersecurity, which is an issue regarding every business. You know, it doesn't matter on what vertical and what stage of growth you are in. It's an issue that you need to address. It's about your company being resilient. No matter what happens, you will increase the level of resiliency. So I think there is one theme that we are really heavily focusing on in Jyväskylä in Finland, where I come from. We have the facilities there to simulate all different kind of issues that might come ahead and want to match up with your cybersecurity ecosystem here. So that is also something just recently found topic. But the original reason why I actually ended up traveling to Bilbao was due to the sport technologies. So that is another topic that we are very interested in, finding out collaboration between companies and innovation that is related to sport, health, and well-being. So that is one of the key areas for collaborating as well. And then you asked about investment. I'm very enthusiastic about that. I'm a member of IBAN, the Finnish Business Angel Network. We've been collaborating with IBAN for quite many years, and we're running a business rally every year in August. So in case you get interested about meeting your Finnish colleagues, if you're a startup, you're an entrepreneur, and you want to find out how the European investors would like to help you, it's more than money. It's not just about money. It's about network. It's about knowing the right people to connect with. So I'm happy to invite you over to Jyväskylä.
We are too. because I think it's a way we have to do. Already we are doing something, but we have so many opportunities to go in this way.
Yes.
From LATAM to Finland to Europe, and obviously in Bizkaia. But we have to identify specific projects and initiatives to go around this way. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nina. Okay, habéis cambiado el orden, ¿eh? I think you are the director of contents of Latitude 59. Explain to the audience what is Latitude 59.
Yeah, so basically Latitude is the largest technology conference in Estonia, and it's one of the largest in the Baltics. It's bringing startups, investors, mentors, public sector, and a lot of industry players together around technology and innovation.
Okay, we heard about it, so we are very interested to think about how to go around this way. Do you think the ecosystem of Bizkaia could be represented in this type of event? Or let's dream, why not Latitude 59 here in Bizkaia in 2024, for example?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first of all, yes, I'm sure that that Bizkaia can be represented at Latitude. I don't see why not. Really thankful to be here today and to have been shown around yesterday with Nina some of the amazing things that you have in Bilbao. It's my first time visiting here, and the way that we've been received, you know, at BAT, but also at the university campus and research center has just been fantastic. I think Cristobal here will agree that there's definitely opportunities to branch out technology events from the Baltics in other countries, as with Startup Wise guys, they've just brought the Latvian equivalent to Latitude to Italy, which is great. So I think there's definitely opportunities for collaboration in ways that the Baltic hasn't had the opportunity to do before, but I think is very eager to do in the future. Because there's similarities in terms of the size of the ecosystem, right? So we're a relatively small player. Estonia is 1.3 million people. Tallinn is 400,000 people. And if you look at what the state of the technology sector was back in 2011, there was a combined 8 million euros invested across all companies in Estonia, period. Fast forward 10 years, 2021, 1.2 billion has been invested in startups locally, and we've got 10 unicorns now. The latest one in the cybersecurity sector called Verif. So I think there's definitely a lot of opportunities for collaboration there.
Sure, I'm sure. So, Rubén?
Yeah.
¿Español o inglés?
As you prefer.
Well, okay. The EVN, it's a private-public organization. Beaz is member of the EVN. And this organization provides services not only to the bigs, for example, Beaz is a big in this network, but also to the companies. Small, medium, and startups, okay? Let's explain them. How can you help them in the growth way?
Yes, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, and thanks for inviting us to be here. It's a pleasure for EVN to be represented here with all these colleagues and with your team. EVN, as you mentioned, is the European association network of business support organizations, quality certified business support organizations, with 165 members in 35 countries, mostly in Europe, but also abroad. EVN members are business incubators, business accelerators, regional development agencies, technology parks, working to support innovative entrepreneurship, as Beaz, and who has been a member, as you mentioned, of EVN for 4 years. And through your membership to EVN, companies from Bizkaia can access a series of services, mainly because they are connected with these 165 organizations all around the world. And they will be sure that they will be supported following a similar methodology that the one you are following, complying with the high quality criteria you are following. EVN was created almost 40 years ago, and in 1984, as an initiative of the European Commission to promote that transition in regions that were having problems with traditional industries to promote the creation of new sectors. No? EVN was created as a regional development tool. Now, 4 years ago, EVN is an independent organization, a successful case of an EU project that then transformed it into an independent and successful organization. And one of the features of this model created by the European Commission decades ago is a monitoring and evaluation framework of the quality of the services that you provide to startups and entrepreneurs. EVN certifies, following this framework, that our members are following a series of strict criteria. They are dedicating focused people, expert people to support entrepreneurs. They are working in different areas, including internationalization, and they are certified with a unique label that was created by the European Commission for Business Support Organizations, which is the EUBIC label, European Business Innovation Center. So, one company from Bilbao, or from Bizkaia, interested in going international, could ask you for the support, for the access to the network of EVN, to the access to your partners. So we can work on providing them with the specific incubator, accelerator in France, in Poland, in the UK, to provide them with services to analyze the market, to identify specific partners for R&D projects, potential clients, facilities for them to stay for 1 week, for 1 month, for 1 year, located there, exploring the market on site, or complete soft landing programs. So what EVN provides through Beaz to the companies from Bizkaia is the access to these networks, these partners, these support organizations that will be helping them in going international in North America, Latin America, Europe, of course, Middle East, Africa, and Asia. And they will find there the same quality that you are providing them and helping them.
Okay. Interesantísimo. Antes de llegar a Eris,
This was very interesting. Before handing the floor over to Aries, well, I can already picture 2024 holding an event where we can talk about real connections, real networking, not just theory. Real networks where we can get knowledge from Northern Europe. I'm thinking of an event where our companies can analyze opportunities in order to interact in these international environments. I'm picturing an environment that can also be a place for Latin American companies in Europe, and BAT, of course, has to be part of it to put the icing to the cake. And as we said in the video, Bizkaia is quite attractive. And actually, the BAT-B Accelerator Tower was born with the idea of harnessing in the territory all the international initiatives that we can identify. So by collaborating with the organizations that are already part of BAT, we can pinpoint Bizkaia in the map and be identified as a potential collaborator. But what is the model for this? Well, the idea, as you have said, is to leverage upon the public side. We don't have an administration that is focused on policies only. They are focused on economics. And in BAT, we do exactly that. We try to be renowned internationally. In other occasions, we've also talked about other more specific things that the territory has identified. One thing is the event we're holding here. We've seen some figures about the interest in innovation, the impact it generates. There are several indicators that position us as one of the top regions in quality of life in Europe, things that we take for granted when we live here, but it is something that is highly praised elsewhere. We have a public health system, public and free education to a certain extent. We have also political stability. That is something that is pretty valued when attracting new projects. We also have highly qualified talent. 49% of our youngsters hold a university degree against 40%, which is the average in Europe. We also have an industrial GDP which is 5% higher than the European average. So our innovation is more technology-based. It has more added value, and it is more sustainable in time. We also invest more on R&D than other regions. We have a point above the national level, the national average. And in our DNA, we are very focused on telling and explaining. And 9% of the Basque Country population is overseas, which is above the European average too. And these people convey the value to the places where they live, convey our culture. And another important thing, which has to do with the administration, is that they are really brave, and they've created but a whole entrepreneurship environment based on the tax reform that was carried out last year. When we tell these things in other places, well, they are not very much known. So we've started to make these things visible, and that is more than welcome abroad. The feedback we have received is that our mistake has been that we haven't told it enough. We haven't said it enough. So that's what we have to do now. Yeah, exactly. That's the strategy we are following. That's about we are using the collaboration from Beaz and other external parties to open up to the world and connect our capabilities with the international capabilities and talents. The goal is to bring innovation to our territory, and also, well, attract companies that want to settle in Bizkaia and the Basque Country, and that would be a summary of it. So let me summarize it, if I may, and send out the message that we wanted to send out to the floor, to the provincial minister. Well, this provincial council has tools, including Beaz, to generate links that enable us to harness and accelerate your growth. Whether you are a startup, an SME, a big corporation, we'll try to go out there and fish. We have big opportunities sitting around here. We have a corridor to Latin America, last generation European knowledge, capabilities that are on the table, a public-private partnership we're part of, that amplifies us beyond the aids, beyond the services or the programs we have. Our voice can be heard, and we can connect to many other places in Europe and in other places internationally. We have an international accelerator that has set their view on Bizkaia. Well, not only their eyes, but their feet. We're not telling, but you'll be hearing from it very soon. And we also have an international event that we are considering to bring over. It's something we have to consider. And there is a huge input of knowledge coming from a very well-known university in Europe, which is more and more well-known in Bizkaia as well. A university that is now in contact with our universities network. Well, yesterday we took them to a meeting, and we firmly believe that very good things are going to come out of it.
Do work and let's do business together, because I think we have a huge opportunity to go around this way. Okay? Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Zelanez, Lucía, Chaverri, Cristóbal, Alonso, Nina.
Thank you very much to all of you, Lucia, Cristobal, Nina, Sebastián, Rubén, Eris, and Olat Goitia. Thank you very, very much also for chairing this wonderful debate. It's always very interesting to talk with all of you. Thank you so much to all of you. Thank you. This has been really, really interesting. It was supposed to be a round table, but we were all in a line. But I think we did have a good round table panel debate. And thank you very, very much also to our guests from abroad for your very insightful comments. And now it's my pleasure to ask the Provincial Councillor Ainara Basurco from the Provincial Council Department of Economic Promotion to come up here on the stage, because she has a very interesting message for all of us. So, Ms. Basurco, the floor is yours.
Barakaldoko alkate.
Mayor of Barakaldo, members of the Provincial Council, President of the Provincial Council, award winners, and all of you who are here today, businessmen and women, good morning everyone and welcome. Here we are once again for another year in the Bec to celebrate our Bizkaia company event. And we are celebrating it because it's worth celebrating. We've talked about a lot of things today, but the main aim is always to recognize and acknowledge the work that you carry out, to place value on everything that you do. And with that excuse, we come together to renew our strength and to fill up our batteries. Now, this is the 12th time we've celebrated the Bizkaia company event. It's the last time in this term of office because we've got elections soon. But everything that we've achieved won't be forgotten soon. Now, in this life, we're used to, the fact that things go in circles and we have cycles of different moments and times. But I'm sure that we will remember this for many, many years. I remember back in 2019, we were talking about how there was a change of era coming because of the technological developments, but nobody thought that in 2020 there was going to be a drop of 10% in the GDP. No one expected that. Unexpected things happen. Now, this had a major impact on our everyday activities. It had a major impact on our everyday lives. It had a major impact and brought about a lot of changes in our production chain, brought about digitalization, but there were some other conclusions that we were able to draw from that. One conclusion was that you have a huge amount of capacity. You have so much capacity, unexpected capacity, to cope and to move forward in such a difficult situation. And I think that the fact that we control our tax office is a really important advantage for us.
We implemented the Bizkaia area plan with important tax measures that were complemented by other measures from the other departments. The department I represent put in place several urgent measures, more than 40 million euros in 2 years, that complemented all the programs that supported competitiveness. I think one of the conclusions that we are all sharing in these tough times is that we really needed to weather the storm, weather the global crisis, and we couldn't stop investing on innovation and reinforcing the competitiveness levers. And we applied this in our daily management by implementing urgent measures and by investing in the future too. Because of the Russian invasion and Ukraine crisis, we had the same situation: high costs, rocketing inflation, prices going up, an impact on your margins, and investments which were questioned and challenged in many occasions. In spite of that, we kept our focus.
Finitu genuen marko estrategikoa une oro mantendu dugu.
So we have managed to continue with this level of activity. And if, according to the latest survey published by Quebec, they actually interviewed over 800 different companies, and 40% of them said that they saw that the economy was reviving. And 44% also said that their situation was still the same and it was still very difficult and that they could not see the light at the end of the tunnel. So again, we need to be able to manage uncertainty in a short and a long term in order to maintain hope.
And with this double intention, we've defined the 2023 budget in the Economic Promotion Department. And I will share some headlines with you. First of all, we've increased by 50% the budget aiming at developing, attracting, and retaining talent, especially STEM talent, very linked to energy, environment transitions. We've enhanced the collaboration with the ecosystem agents so we can establish specific commitments that enable us to revert the growing trend of the gap between what you demand and what these profiles offer. I would also like to share that the entire budget is oriented towards advancing in the three transitions. When it comes to the environmental energy transition, you know we have a specific aid program targeted at SMEs. We have projects such as the AIC and EIC, Energy Intelligence Center and Automotive Intelligence Center, which are collaborative R&D platforms to generate projects related to energy transition with a focus on hydrogen and sustainable mobility. In the field of digital transition, we also have a specific AIDS program for implementing plans and projects on basic and advanced digitalization. And you also have in place 42 Bizkaia, which has proved to be a great ally to train people in digital capabilities. When it comes to the social demographic transition, we have a renewed program of social impact where projects related to active aging have or gain a special focus. 7.5 euros out of 10 in the budget are geared towards services and programs from entrepreneurs and SMEs from all sectors, from all regions in Bizkaia. We are doubling the aids that you already know, and there are two new things. First, the renewed social impact program, where we can hold projects which have to do with active aging, social programs, etc. They will receive specific support. And there is a specific program for road transport projects. This is an important sector. Fleets have to be renewed from a sustainable and digitalization point of view. The goal is to support more than 1,000 companies in the territory by collaborating with sectorial and regional agents with the aim of increasing the capillarity of all the programs, services, and projects so that we can reach out to 5,000 companies in Bizkaia. We need more and more innovation, that's clear, and we need more and more innovative businesses. That is what is going to give us competitiveness. Finally, the agent that we presented in the end of last year, BAT, a new agent in the Bizkaia and Basque ecosystem, will work at cruise speed next year. and we hope it'll enable us to accelerate innovation and growth of our business fabric. Well, after going through these headlines, I think that the topic we have discussed in the panel is essential. We are now rethinking globalization. We are rethinking our positioning, our strategies. But we all know very well that opening up to the world is a fundamental competitiveness factor to grow, to innovate, to open new markets, to acquire knowledge, technology, talent, to be visible internationally. So all these connections that we are trying to forge with the agents that we've had the chance to meet are being done with that idea. We think they can help you innovate, grow, open to new markets, attract talent. That's what we are doing it for.
And for this reason, I would really invite you to monitor this activity very, very closely to see what sort of things we can do with you, what sort of activities we can carry out with you. Because everything that we do thinking of you, thinking that it will be interesting from you. The President of the Provincial Council said it very clearly. All together, if we work all together, Bizkaia will do well.
If companies are doing well, Bizkaia is going to be doing well. So
I invite you to just remain close to this activity. Kidem Nexon Onduline Becker Graphic Bizkanai Marine Biolan. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for your projects. Thank you for all your very, very hard work, and congratulations to all of you and to everyone as well. As I said before, today's event is an event for you. And just to finish, I would just like to, I would be grateful if you would let me to if you would allow me to thank my team at the department and the Bizkaia Talent and Bizkaia Capital, all the working teams there. Thank you all so much for your hard work. And I'd like to send a message to all of you. We have to continue working. We have to work hard with enthusiasm in order to help our companies and our entrepreneurs. Because if things are going well for them, then things will go well for all of us as well. Thank you all very much for your attention. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Councillor. Thank you. But I think everyone's really happy, right? But we're very, very happy, not just those of us who are here, but the members of the press as well. We'll all be very, very happy to hear all that wonderful news that she has brought us this morning. So, we're getting to the end now. We're getting to the end of this event.
Pero no podemos dar por finalizado este evento Bizkaia Enpresa 2023.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, John, but we cannot finish this event without thank you all the people that are with us here today. I started this morning saying that the Arima of Bizkaia is what makes us be what we are. And this Arima is in one of its people that are here with us today. The initiatives that make that Bizkaia can be a fundamental point. So this year, the event wants to recognize the effort of these people. But I will also ask you that you keep working on this line, making possible that the Arima of Bizkaia could grow through all your initiatives, generating more trees, spreading the seed of Bizkaia. Every time you start new collaborations, you start new projects that could be an example of our talent and capacities. And the people that are here from other countries to be with us today, you need to feel our thanks because we are open to share and because we know that in order to move forward, we need to find good allies. We ask you to make grow all our arima that we want to share with you. And this is why we want to give you this special scare on, this thank you, giving you our seed. And I will thank that the people, the staff, or organization will give you seeds. Well, can I have one, please?
Friends. Right, so this is what we're going to be finished with. Look what's inside here. It's a fantastic gift. Amazing. It's a seed from the tree of Guernica. There's nothing more Bizkaian than that, right? Fantastic, amazing. So this is a wonderful gift to say thank you to you. Esker on, that means thank you very much in the Basque language. So thank you very much to all of you. We wanted to show our gratitude, our eskerron, as we say in the Basque language, to all the companies, all the people who are here today, to say thank you and to say and to show you that a seed that you have planted here in Bizkaia can grow to cover the entire world. So thank you all very much. Thank you to all of you who have come here today. Thank you for, carving a little niche, a little time out of your very busy agendas to be here with us today. So each and every one of you are being given this seed, and this seed represents our gratitude, our esker on, as we say in the Basque language. Ladies and gentlemen, Bizkaia makes no sense, and this event makes no sense without you. So let's all work together to develop the soul, the arima of Bizkaia. And let's work together so that we can set up even more new projects in the future. Because that is going to lay the groundwork for the future of Bizkaia. Thank you very much to all of you. But also, I'd like to say thank you to the entire Beaz team for their work and for making this wonderful event possible once again. So, you've all collected your esker onak, your gratitude. Let's show that let's show our gratitude to the Beaz team with a warm round of applause.
Aquí finaliza, por lo tanto, el encuentro Bizkaia.
And here we end this event on Bizkaia Awards 2023. And now we will have a networking cocktail. Well, this is a networking cocktail to, why not, try to keep on talking about all these topics. And, well, you know that we are always doing new things, original things, and learning. And this is why we are going to do the cocktail here, in this very same place. It's not a better place for this event. So we are going to remove the chairs, and we are going to start with a wonderful cocktail snacks. And we offer you also the stage to be here and to take pictures on the stage or on the protocol that you have here.
Thank you very much for being here with us today. Work hard work. We know you'll do it, and we know that it's going to really benefit everyone. If things are going well for you, things are going well for all of us. We know that. That's our slogan here in Bizkaia. So do and listen every now and then to your soul. Thank you very much.